Dude, today is crazy. Obviously, at one point Dow was down 1,200, Nasdaq over 1,000 for the first time in its history. They've regathered a bit, and this pulled back. Whatever, I think it's going to slow down for the next few days. But in my opinion, something broke. Something's broken. That's my opinion. And if something has broken, this is just the beginning. And I think what we're going to see the next few weeks is up and down, but it's slow gradually down. And then they're going to initiate rate cuts, in my opinion. Once those rate cuts hit, there's going to be a little boost. And then I think we're going way down. Everything's a mess right now. Okay. Unemployment, commercial real estate, regular real estate, housing, cars, auto loans, credit defaults. It's all off the charts bad right now. And the Fed is stuck because if they rate cut, they're going to get inflation, because inflation has not got slowed down much, not enough anyways. And if they inject cash, same thing. So in my opinion, we are set up for something worse than 2008. We are set up for something awful. And it's not here this second. So in my opinion, I'm not ready for it to completely crash. Like I said, we might have a big rebound in the next few weeks. But guys, something's wrong. Something's seriously wrong with the system. The VIX hit 65 today. That's higher than it ever got in 2020. It's the highest since 2008. That is nuts. Okay, that's the volatility index. That is crazy. I wouldn't panic. I don't think it's time for panicking yet, but I will say that in my opinion, okay, this all started breaking last year in March when the banks went in crisis mode and the BTFP was put into place by the Fed. Ever since then, they've been pumping, trying to keep the economy up, trying to keep it up for 401ks, for hedge funds, and for the election. All right, they want to get Biden in, Kamala in, whoever, and they've been trying to hold it up. But the problem is now they are, my personal opinion is that they've been pushing this so hard that they went too far, and now they're hitting the end before they expected it. And one of the reasons is Japan threw everybody off. Japan raised rates last week, threw everybody off. They were not expecting that. So the USD Japan carry trade and everything is just throwing everything off. And that's the thing, when you deal with markets as complicated as ours, you're dealing with billions and billions of factors, and they can only control so much. So everybody who's been telling me and is out there, this never happens in election year, BS. It's happened 3 times in the 3 elections of the last 5. It doesn't happen in election year. They can pump all they want. No, they can't. They have inflation issues this time. All that stuff is not available to them. In 2008, the system was about to crash because of one big bubble. That was real estate, housing. That one big bubble almost crashed the entire system. But rates were up so they could cut to 0. And that influxed the economy. Debt was way lower, so they could pump. And they pumped and pumped and pumped. Quantitative easing was insane. They passed a $1 trillion bill under Obama. With Bush, they passed $800 billion for TARP. And they pumped the economy and started quantitative easing for several years after. They cannot do that now. They are stuck. They have 2 choices. Recession, which we're already in, and it's going to be a bad one, and allow the pain to go through. So it's either recession or it's hyperinflation. That's what we're dealing with, because we do not have the same, we are not in the same situation we were in 2008. Our economy, our government, everything was in a much better position to withstand a major financial crisis in 2008. And instead of letting us go through it, which they should have done, they kicked the can down the road, and now we don't have a housing bubble. We have an everything bubble. We have an AI bubble. We have a housing bubble. We have a credit bubble. It's all bubbles. It all is. The AI bubble is already showing itself. NVIDIA has been down a ton in the last month. So, is this the beginning? I think it is. But I don't, when I say it's the beginning, I'm not saying it's going to be nonstop down from here on out. I don't think we've started the real crash yet. I think this is just birthing pains. This is the beginning of the pain. This is the warning signs. And that's where I think we're at. Over the next 2 months, from August into October, I think September, October is where things really get ugly. And this is, in some ways, it's great news. I mean, it's great for the election because this means the economy crashes. Trump is a shoo-in. There's some good stuff about this for those of us who believe in counter market plays. This is good, but it's also going to bring a lot of pain. There's going to be substantial unemployment rises, layoffs, lots of people losing their portfolio wealth, their 401k wealth. You know, we don't want people to go through all those things, but the problem is we've been in a fake system now for decades, and that fake system went on crazy steroids since 2008, and those crazy steroids are causing this body to break down, and when it crashes, it's going to crash hard. So that's where we're at. In my opinion, that's what I'm thinking we're seeing. The underlying economic data is awful. We did get some decent PMI numbers today, which is kind of helping things a little bit, but it's not enough. It's not enough to carry this forward. And there's going to be more and more data this month. Some of it'll be like mixed. Some will be good, some will be bad. But the Fed has a very difficult choice right now. Do we intervene with early rate cuts? Do we do a big rate cut in September? Or do we hold steady because we're afraid that even if the market tanks, we could cause inflation to come roaring back? Personally, I think they're going to rate cut, and it's looking between 25 and 50 basis points come September. I don't think they're ready to inject early yet, but we'll see. Anyways, let me catch up with some of you guys on here. Matthew says, SPY 5600, here we come. I mean, maybe it could still go there before it reverses down. David, if the economy numbers are bad this week, I think they'll have emergency session and cut them. It's possible. It's possible. And depression's going to be biblical. I think it might be. Yeah. For better and worse, it's going to be tough. Buy more GameStop at bargain price. I don't think GameStop's bottomed yet, Michael. If you want to get in on that, that's personal opinion though. Exciting times. Clearance sales are coming. Maybe. Yeah. Got more Finger at a great price. Yeah. Finger's also bounced back really nice. I am a San Fran fan forever. What's up, kiddies? What's up, H-Town? What's going to happen with our stocks? H-Town? Well, there's no guarantees on anything, but this is what my opinion has always been, that the best opportunity for our stocks is a market crash. Whether it's DJT, Finger, ZJYL, obviously GTI we can't trade like right now, so I can't put that in there. But even GameStop, if it still has massive squeeze potential, because listen, this is how Volkswagen ran in 2008. It was one of the reasons, is because all the volatility dried up and they got margin called. There were some other factors going on there too, but that was one of the reasons. When they get margin calls and the liquidity's dried up and the banks and the brokers become desperate for cash, that's when they actually start squeezing the shorts. David, since last year report came out, states over 30,000 truckers lost their jobs again. No freight. Exactly. Supply lines down, retail's down. It's terrible. But if you guys like this, please like, share, subscribe. I'm going to just say it once. I appreciate it. I saw 19 likes on 130, so can we get that up a little bit? I do appreciate it, guys. Just taking time out of my lunch break here to talk to you guys. But today's crazy, and so I felt like I needed to do this. I got about 5 more minutes. Everything down. LPSN up 10%. Suggest everyone looks at that. Okay, I'll take a look at it. Work's going well. Thanks, man. The other thing today, guys, what happened, we opened crazy, right? And we've rebounded a little bit. Now the stocks aren't down as much, or the indexes. But the VIX is over 30, and it opened today and hit 65. 65, that's higher than the 2020 crash, the highest since 2008. So the VIX, the volatility index, is huge, okay? So that's one of the reasons also to look at and say that something is breaking, because that, and then you look at Japan's markets down 12% today, down 6%. on Friday. That's 18% in the last couple days. This is why I think this is bigger than just a regular correction. All right, because and on top of that, the horrible economic foundational data coming in. So all that is part of the factor here. What truck am I in? I'm in my Honda Pilot. AP closed down trucking. Freight rates drop below cost to operate. Stock up. Wow. Tom, you checked your GTC orders and they all need to be redone this morning because something to do with the export market. Wow. Yeah, there's listen, Schwab was down today. E-Trade, Robinhood, Fidelity, and Vanguard, and I think some others. All the brokers closed us out, and we couldn't trade this crazy run either. So there you go. I mean, that shows you the fear they had too. They didn't halt the stock market; they halted our accounts, which is effed up. But that also shows you fear. There's no way all those would have broke down the same day. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter if everybody logged in at once. So that's just not how it works. Looks big for a Honda. Well, it's a 2010 Pilot. I don't know what to tell you. It should be illegal, absolutely. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna have to take off, get back to work. But bless you guys. Make smart decisions, and let's keep an eye on this. I'm looking to see for the rest of the week if we rebound by the end of the day and only finish down a couple hundred points, or if there's a sell-off. If there's a sell-off at the end of today, it might be worse than we think. It might be getting worse for the rest of the year, or rest of the week and the month. So August has been crazy so far. Pretty wild stuff. So anyways, guys, love you guys. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you all tonight. Okay, laters.